Welcome to Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson, powered in part by Deep Wax Productions and Classic of Denton.
No, you're still good.
Oh, okay,
That's
so
for
you
the
were
live
talking about
show.
something where you were like, yeah, and I was like, oh my God, like, because I was talking to that guy, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I'm wearing this, and I'm talking to this guy's husband. Like, it was like Cindy's husband.
Right. No,
yeah.
we were talking about that, yeah, because we're trying to write a... Yeah, we'll get
There's
to that.
something about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Richie, put in your passcode here so we can do this sponsor part. Hey, guys. Welcome to a very well-organized show.
Hey.
Nobody knows. We're so well-organized, we haven't known what number episode we're on for like 2 months right now.
Yeah.
So what are we going to call it, Rich? It's like
This
60
is,
something.
let's say 65.
Although I feel like we've been jumping like immensely. Anyway.
Well, let's just keep saying 65, and eventually we'll either be at 65.
Right on.
You're
my
leveling
brain.
up your episodes. That's what you're
exactly.
doing, where you're like, oh, I haven't gotten,
Just cushioning
like, we've
it.
made 10 episodes, but we need it to be.
It's worth, each one's worth 6 to me. Is that
Depending on how good it is, what your content is.
Wait,
some are minus 6 to me.
We just need to know when about 100 is, because then we'll be like 100 plus. You know what I mean?
Plus episodes.
100
That's
plus
how
is
we
episodes.
promote it. Yeah, okay.
With over 100 wild episodes.
Well, anyway, people, what's up? Nobody knows. This is the thing. This is that sponsor part, because there's people who sometimes give us money to talk here, and those people, they are Deep Wax Productions.
Deep Wax
I
Productions.
hate you so much. Deep Wax is a local production promotions company here in the Denton area that helps put on shows to promote the local arts, or they also do charity events such as Mini Mall, all kinds of things. They do a lot of events over at Backyard. They do many events over at the Bearded Monk, and there is one coming up, I believe it is this weekend. What is the 18th through 19th? Is that Friday or Saturday?
The 18th through 19th?
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 days.
Today's the 15th, so that's Saturday. So that's
Saturday.
3 days.
You want to know? You want to know what I love about this next event?
What?
The barbecue.
The BBQ.
The BBQ.
BBQ Beats and Brews 3. Volume 3 is happening at the Bearded Monk. As the About page says on Facebook, get ready for some summer fun at the Bearded Monk. 3rd annual barbecue Beats and Brews sponsored by Point Bake and Right Law and Title. Huh. Okay. Local barbecue masters are coming out to compete to see who's best barbecue in town. There will be food, drinks, music. The cost to be a judge. Oh, we've talked about this, too. We talked about it last week, right?
What's the cost?
The cost to be a judge is $10 a person.
I'm doing it. Are you doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
It's this Saturday. What time is it at, though?
Let's do it.
3 p.m. Yeah, I don't
Let's
have
do it.
work until...
We'll be there. Come and see
We'll
us.
be judging. Yeah, come kick it
We'll
with
be
the show.
judges. Barbecue. Here's the thing. People are like, was it enough barbecue? How much barbecue? Are you a lion?
That was the most Kerry cool trip thing I've ever... Are you a lion?
Are you a lion?
Also, if you want to test all the sides, which is really what I'm about with barbecue, because,
Yes.
meat, barbecue sauce, like, cool, I get it. You do it different. But I want some mac and cheese, potato salad, all that good stuff. $2 more for the side. So $12, you can eat all the barbecue
Worth
you want.
it.
Right? Kerry, you
I
coming through or what?
I messed up because
What?
of course I will. But I was like, oh man, they're gonna have beets, like beets and barbecue. That's a weird combination.
No, they mean like
who even eats beets anymore? And then I was like, oh no, that makes sense.
Nah,
Yes.
Denton. Beets with
Sick beets,
yeah.
not beet beets.
So here's the barbecue places that will be here. We got Bet the House Barbecue, Rack Attack Barbecue, Game of Bones. That's hilarious. Bumper Sharp Barbecue, Soap Creek Saloon Cookers, Bone Daddies. So many people. There will be music. The beats comes from Deep Wax themselves, the Breakfast Boys, Kind Beats, Luke Peterson, YSA, Sanford Black. Also, don't forget, this lineup is pretty huge. The
Yeah.
Boombox, Soul Patrol, Unmarked Graves, Samus Davids Jr. Dude, I mean, it's pretty stacked right now. The event page is like 75 going, 379 interested. So get there early. It starts at 3. Me and Rich will be there.
I'm excited.
We'll be trying the barbecue. And our second sponsor, they drive cars. All right. That's the thing. Nobody knows. Episode 1 million. We're going to play that song, and then we're going to get started. Yeah, boy.
Woo! I thought it was going to be in key.
That's absolutely the first thing we should bring up. Is that we can just talk Colorado.
Oh, I got stories about Colorado. 'Cause
Oh,
stuff
man.
happened after.
Really?
Yes.
After you got back?
Yes.
In Texas?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Crazy stuff.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Okay. So that was the sponsor part. Here's the show. We're sitting here, as always, with
I'm
my
Richie.
boy, Richie. It's me, Joey Johnson. But we are here with
I'm
my
your boy.
comedy sister, very funny friend, Kerry Smith. What's up, dude? Comedy Salad.
It's a pleasure to be here and to
Comedy
have those
salad.
Comedy croutons.
Comedy
That's my
comedy
favorite part about
croutons
the about the comedy salad is the comedy ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Just drizzle
Like,
that.
just drizzle that ranch and spread it with those little wooden fork
More
things that they
beets.
toss. What are those called?
Those tongs,
Those little
Tong, yeah.
They're like claws. They're like bear claws.
Salad tongs. Yeah.
Salad tongs? Is that what they're
Ooh.
called?
Yeah.
I like bear claws.
I feel like they could make it. Is that the best way? Just have the two separate ones and.
I don't know
Do it
why
like
they do that.
that?
See, I like the ones.
There has to be a better way to throw a salad around.
I think you just
that's
have
the
to do
wordage I'm going to
this.
use.
2 bowls on top of a bowl, and you do the
That's
shake.
the smartest way to do it. Bag salad, that's the best. Where you just put it in a big
Bags-
old bag.
I've heard of this before. Oh, I've
Yeah.
seen that at like Thanksgiving.
You've heard of
I've
bag
seen, like-
salad. You've never actually.
I think I've
seen
I
it.
think
Have
I've
a bag
seen
salad.
Have
Treat
a
yourself.
bag salad or two. Carry
Also sponsoring the show, $3.99 at Kroger. Bag salad by Dole.
So yeah, we are here with, like
Never
I
boring.
said,
Never boring,
Carrie Smith is here with us. Me and
KS.
Carrie and who else was with us? Daniel
Magden.
Magden. That was it, right? It was
He
us
was my
three.
son.
Yeah,
My little
Danny.
ginger
I love
son.
Danny. We've had him on here too. We all just got back from Colorado.
Yeah.
Did some comedy. We were doing shows in the Cortez area. For those, I guess, more familiar with Colorado, it's more so Durango is what it was. Doing the shows
It
in
is
Cortez.
the
but
little southwest corner
the
that is
tiniest of
tucked
Southwest.
away, the little treasure in the mountains.
Apparently, that's like with their whole legal thing. Apparently, Cortez is a big because they're right on the four corners. So that's where all those like people from Utah and Arizona go to sneak in some of those European cigars they sell out in the
Oh.
Colorado areas. That's what it's known for.
Interesting.
Yeah, they apparently have the Walmart of European cigars.
Oh.
The Four Corners.
Yeah, that's
That's where y'all were. Y'all went to the Four Corners. Did y'all do?
no,
the
we
thing?
didn't go
did
to the.
not.
I've heard that sucks. To be honest, I've seen Breaking Bad.
I went there as a
it's not-
kid. I went there as a kid. It's literally just like it's just like a park. There's no trees,
Right.
And then you just go there, and then there's like 4 big flags, and then like tiles
On the ground, they have
Like,
the
wouldn't
tiles
you want to
touch
separated.
them?
And they're just big.
Like-
No, you stand on them, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm standing in more than one
standing
stair at a time." I'm
That's
time traveling.
awesome.
Is
That's
it?
like.
Is it?
I mean, is getting
Do you have to pay?
a shirt as a present exciting? No.
I don't know. I like shirts.
I don't
I
know.
mean, you
I'm
like
poured up.
shirts.
Dude, I'm so poor right now. I was telling my roommate the other day, like, you know how it's supposed to be, like, getting socks for Christmas. Like, right now, I would die if someone gave me some socks.
Do you want a sock?
I like to say
Can I
like
have some of your
I'm
socks?
so
I can
poor.
give you a
I was
sock.
telling my roommates a story, and they're like, "How many roommates do you have?" I'm like, 4.
4.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
4.
No, me too. That's
Yeah.
that's exactly what. And I was telling him, I was like, hey, if you have any Christmas presents, get socks because I'm pretty sure all 3 of
Yeah.
you are stealing.
I'm
my
so
socks.
poor. I was like, I told the guy that's letting me sleep on his couch that.
No, wait. You have a guy sleeping on your couch.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, "Dang, you win, man!
You're so.
I was
you win the
cheating.
poor contest."
Richie's so poor he doesn't have perspective anymore.
I'm like, "You're so poor. Here's a medal.
Yeah.
You're the poorest of everyone. Go sell it."
Poor.
That is a Denton thing. Whoever's the most poor wins. That's entirely.
But it's what you do with it.
So wait, do you have to pay for the Four Corner?
No,
You-
no, no.
You just go. And
You just go to the middle of nowhere, and then you just stand on some tiles, and then
See,
you
I did
leave.
the two.
And you buy like I think they have like tents. There's a lot of like pottery out there. It's all these
those
people.
pottery kind of barn style
well, it's-
places.
Yeah, well, not necessarily even,
Pottery
like,
barn.
It's just like a lot of Native Americans that are like
No,
sitting
yeah,
there and
yeah.
they're like, "Hey, man, I gathered some rocks and then I painted them," and you're like, "I would love to pay $65 for a souvenir."
When we used to
Yes.
go to Durango for family stuff, like my mom used to always want to stop at one in New Mexico, and it was like that, like the real, I guess, abstract pottery with all the like super
Love
New
it.
Mexico colors with like, the native, like the real teal turquoise colors with the yellow, purple. And it was like really cool, kind of like trippy art stuff. Well, now, and I'll show you when we drive up there later on in this month, they've turned it into like the biggest like craft brewery ever or whatever.
Of course.
Which is like the huge thing out there in New Mexico right now because you don't have anything to do other than drink and be sad that you're in New Mexico. So why not drink with
The fact that you're in New Mexico and not Denton.
so why not drink a quirky beer with a like fear and loathing thing to it or something?
Yeah.
Whatever they want to.
Do you think that like it would be worse to live in New Mexico or Arizona?
See, it depends on where you live. Because if you live in Roswell, that's actually
Roswell?
Roswell.
Roswell sounds fancy.
Roswell sounds nice.
We're from
that's-
Roswell.
Roswell
That's
has
a very-
gated communities.
They're just very fancy aliens.
But if you're from Roswell,
They live in a dome,
Yeah.
so aliens can't get in.
I came from Mars to have
So,
some European cigars.
I actually went to Roswell when I was a kid, and we went to 4 different museums that were the
Ooh.
exact same museum. Like,
I've heard
they had
Roswell.
the exact same stuff at all of them, like the same exact setup where you.
I've heard Roswell sucks.
I mean,
I've
it's
heard
not.
it's not that great.
I mean,
I think we should plan a trip.
Compared
Let's
to
take
what?
this podcast on the road. We got to discover for
Oh.
ourselves.
Compared to
I'm
what,
down.
though?
I'm down. I mean,
I
compared
heard
to
Disneyland. Nah.
I mean,
for kids.
I'd rather be in Denton than Roswell. That's for sure.
I love being in Denton.
I think I'd rather be in Louisville than Roswell. All right,
I'd
let me
rather
say
be
that then.
I'd rather be in Denton than Louisville, though.
Well, yeah, that's not even. I'd rather be in Denton than probably someplace.
But I'd rather be in
here-
Roswell than.
I'd rather be in Tempe, Arizona. That's where I hear it's at.
Wait, okay, where's
bustling?
Roswell's not in New Mexico though, right?
Roswell, New
It
Mexico.
is. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, no, all right, all right. This is where I used to. All right, this is what I used to get confused. I used to think Area 51 and Roswell
Nope.
were like this.
Nope.
That's why I thought Area 51
What
was a
a
thing because
dork.
they landed in. No, I
I thought
learned
cookies and milk were just like the same.
Well, I learned. Listen, I learned like 3 years ago.
One's a cookie.
I learned 3 years ago that Area 51 is not in New Mexico. It's. I don't even still. Is it Arizona or Utah? See, you guys don't even know. What?
I didn't say I'm a Roswell expert.
Jake, where's Area 51?
I'm a Roswell expert. I'm
See,
not an
no
Area
one knows
51.
where Area 51 is.
You're not
Could
supposed
look
to.
it up, but that's just
My phone
That's
is
the
laggy.
point,
Look it
Joe.
up. Look it up.
You're
I
not
wanna see.
supposed to know. It's not general knowledge. Where's
It
Area 51?
absolutely is. You can go there. You're just not supposed to step on like the ground.
You
or they'll
can.
shoot you.
You can
just
go
have to
there,
stay-
but no
you
one
just have-
does.
Area 51.
Utah, right?
You're gonna feel like a real goose, I bet.
Or Arizona. It's
Nevada. Oh,
Nevada. All right, Nevada, Utah. It's all
Nevada
the
has
same.
Vegas, Reno, and Area 51.
That's
that
actually
one
pretty cool.
wins.
I
That
actually-
one wins the Four Corners, I think.
You could
Yeah.
be. You can have one foot in Roswell and one in Area 51.
I don't even think I've
yeah.
been in Nevada before.
Yeah, I've been plenty of times.
You been to Vegas?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Why are you talking to me like this is like a thing I should know about you?
I've been
Have
to
you-
Vegas when I was 13.
See,
Joe.
all right, that's what I was gonna say. Is like
You don't
Have you been
remember
to
when I was
Vegas?
13 and I
No.
told
I
you about?
love Vegas.
See, here's the thing though. I'm 27. I've really only had 6 years to go to Vegas, and it mattered. Cool, you went at 13. That doesn't count.
It
You
was
got dragged-
awesome.
What? Where your parents took you,
Yeah, they had.
so they
like
could
a-
gamble?
No, my parents didn't gamble.
No.
We were getting our car.
I'm a firm believer
we
in
were
that
getting our-
Vegas.
we
I'm
You
a-
were there on business.
we
is
were
that what
getting
you're
our
saying?
windows tinted at the. We were getting our windows tinted.
Wait a second. You don't have window tinting in
We do, but we
Like,
got a
want
really
the
good
primo.
deal.
That's not a good deal if you have to pay for 2 gallons of gas.
Well, it's like we also got a night stay at Circus Circus, so
Ooh.
it's like one night at Circus Circus plus we get the tent, and I
What
think
is,
they.
Is that
the
a
big
package
circus they have out
deal?
there? Circus.
It's just a hotel. That's
But what
like
if that was
Circus-
like
Oh,
the,
that's
is,
right,
is that like they're like, hold on, wait a second, we could get our windows tinted for a reasonable price, but we could also get one night at
Yeah.
Circus Circus paid for.
No, it was a certain
Their
brand.
windows are tinted.
It was a certain brand too.
Sure.
And the Circus windows are tinted because they don't want.
No, my
passerbys
mom.
To see the
My
inside.
mom was married to a guy who lived. His brother lived out there and had a tinting place. So we took a car out there and he like tinted it and painted
So
it.
you
and put
literally
all these
went
things.
for
Sure.
tinted.
Yes, we really went for.
That makes sense.
I
Gotta
never.
do that.
No one ever asked me why I went until right now. I never thought that. We just.
Richie went to Vegas.
Hey mom,
to get
remember we
his
went to Las
windows
Vegas to
tinted?
get the windows tinted? Hey, but we watched that. We watched movies the whole way home.
Nice.
Oh.
It
I am a
was
firm believer in like that Vegas vacation bit of like taking a family to Vegas is super weird because like
Oh, I
What
went
can
as a
the
kid.
whole-
I was like
really?
probably like 13. Yeah, I was,
was
in.
it fun as a kid? I mean, I guess you
I-
have to find things to do if you're a parent, like for your kid out
Well,
there.
here's the thing. Like Cortez, they have Mesa Verde, which I went to as a kid. So we did like a whole tour of the Southwest, and then Vegas was like one of the stops because you fly in and out of Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And so they locked me in a hotel room one night, and they just went out and had fun. But I
See?
was like room service, and
But
It's
see, also
awesome.
as a
Yeah,
kid,
hotels are fun.
hotels
so
are
I was
dope.
like,
I used to
yeah,
hang out at the
As
Super
a
8.
older comedian, hotels get very depressing.
yeah. I was like, I don't need to do anything
No,
else.
motels are depressing. Hotels are never depressing.
Yeah,
most
hotels
of
are a
them.
happy place.
Motels,
Not
you're like
all
"Uh."
hotels are a very happy place. Not all.
I mean,
I've stayed
I'm
at-
happy that I'm not in a motel when I'm at a hotel.
Have you ever?
You know what? And I'm happy
You
when
know
I'm at
what I
my
mean?
house.
Again, that's perspective. That's all.
Hey, well, you gotta know where I've come from, man. I paid $200 rent a month.
That's
At
right.
a
I
motel.
forgot. Your family drives to Vegas to get their windows tinted, and then you
Yes.
drove to
Wow.
what? Salt Lake.
Luxury.
And
Very frugal family.
Remember that time we drove to New York City to stay in that motel? That was tight.
We got new tires
Hotel.
though, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we got our tires rotated
Yeah.
in Idaho.
You know, when in Idaho.
No, it was but the thing was what we expected to happen when we got there was it was fun for a while. So it was like gangsters and like all this stuff for a while, right?
I like
and then
to,
it was
I like
fun.
to think your family version of roulette is when you're getting your tires adjusted and they just throw a little ping pong ball on an actual car tire. And
So we're expecting for it to be fun. They have this Wizard of Oz exhibit at the MGM Grand, and we're like, it's like you go down the yellow brick road and all this stuff.
Every little boy's dream.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to talk to Scarecrow because I had a lot of questions about my brain.
because you look like one.
Yeah.
A
And
lot of-
so all that was closed, and the only thing we saw is there was like one of Siegfried and Roy's tigers like behind a glass. That was just like,
It's sad.
dude, I was like,
This is upset.
yeah, this
what's the magic? I don't get it.
Oh, that's
it's
And,
imprisonment. That's what it is.
I was looking everywhere though for Chris Angel.
Okay.
Couldn't find him. I was
Does he
looking.
live in Las Vegas? Is that a
Yes.
thing?
I was looking everywhere for.
So I don't know if you knew, Richie does magic.
Yeah, I
no,
did know
I don't
that.
do magic.
Okay.
I'm a magician.
Oh, okay.
He
Puts on glasses.
He tells
Is that
jokes.
that the magic trick?
He tells
You're
jokes.
just like I.
What? I'm gonna make my eyes disappear.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't
I'm
do
a
magic.
comedian.
I am a magician.
Puts
No,
on
no.
Sunglasses.
My eyes were open. My eyes.
I could still see you.
My eyes. They were open.
Wait, let me put on mine real quick and see if this works.
Wait a sec. I see.
A magician never reveals his trick or tricks that he's doing.
Yeah.
So we went to Cortez. We were on the Four Corners.
Yes.
That's where this all stems
So we
from.
went to
Cortez.
Cortez, and we're going back. And,
Yeah, and Richie's not coming. Richie was
not
supposed
this
to be
week, but next
coming.
week.
And now he's
What?
I
not
was
coming.
gonna go, but then I ended up not being it.
You didn't need an
not
oil
going.
change, so you
Mhm.
stayed.
My car's doing it. I don't have a car. I don't have a reason to.
Yeah.
So
Going back
yeah.
later this week, Kerry you learned you're afraid of heights.
I
Definitely.
did. Yes.
How high?
So here's
oh
the
my
thing.
God. It's high.
No, I always knew that I was like afraid of heights, like, but it's something that I'm like I feel like I can things that I'm pretty good about, like I can lock it down. Like if I'm really upset about something, I can just go, I need a minute, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then it's like one of those, like, you just
Yeah.
bury it down inside, never let it out. And I can do that. And I'm really it's a skill. Anyway, but I was, so I knew that I was afraid of heights, and I was like, this is fine. I can deal with this. I'm sitting in the passenger seat in the front.
Let me also say this drive is
Beautiful.
It's beautiful,
Wait.
but it is very. So the first time I was taken on this drive,
Mm-hmm.
I was driving my car, that same car we were in, and my friend who's a local, she was in the shotgun, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna send you on. We're gonna go on this beautiful drive, hang out. We're gonna go to Silverton." So Durango and Silverton are about 45 minutes away
Mm-hmm.
from each other. And Silverton is an old mining town, and it's literally, dude, this is a place, if you murdered somebody and were on the run, this is where you go. Like, the drive there, and that's what this
And
gets
every
to.
town is so far apart
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And it's like, there's like, hold on, you just have to go over this mountain, and then there's like another town of 10,000
Well,
people.
and the Silverton
or
drive
less than that.
is
But you're
more
driving
than-
around the mountain,
The
and that's what's
Silverton drive is literally driving around the mountain, so they call it the $1 million
$1 million highway.
because they put no money into this. I
Yeah.
mean, there are no guardrails
It's
or
ironic.
anything, and I'm telling you, dude, it's winding roads, and out both windows, 100 feet drops. And the first
1,000
time,
feet drops. It was so scary.
1,000 feet drops, and
I'm
and
not going. Why would I go?
Well, the Durango and all the other drives are not
Yeah,
like
we're
this.
fine. And it was beautiful. It
This
was
is
so
just the
beautiful.
drive to Silverton, and to be honest, dude, it is a little intimidating at first. Like I said, when my friend, she first had me, she was guiding me and didn't warn me about this. So all of a sudden, I'm driving along a mountain, freaking out. But since then I take people back because first off, I absolutely trust myself on those roads. But the actual view. It is like something you will never see anywhere.
I've
dude.
seen it before. I've been up one of those, and I didn't like it.
I mean, I don't know, man. Silverton is the highest, probably point. I mean, dude, it's insanity.
I don't like heights.
Like we
either.
were hot in
So-
Durango, and when you go up, you're freezing.
And so it was. I had to go buy a long sleeve. I had to buy a sweatshirt. So we are driving up the mountain, and I'm like, this is cool. This is fine. And we're like driving. Then there's Purgatory, which is like this ski resort thing.
right there,
Which
it's all wide
sounds
roads and
like club. Purgatory. I feel like I'm like there was like a. I used to live in Miami, and there was like a nightclub called
no, yeah,
Purgatory or
there
something.
was one in Dallas. It used to be Durango Mountain Resort, or it was Purgatory. Then they changed it to Durango Mountain Resort, and then this guy rebought it. Actually, this guy from Texas who was grew up there, is a big fan, has all this money, and then he bought it and brought it back to Purgatory.
So we're driving up this mountain, and I'm like, this is fine, and then all of a sudden,
And it starts out again, gorgeous
and it's
views.
beautiful. And I'm just looking, and then all of a sudden, it just goes, and I'm like, oh my god! And I have a full blown panic attack.
Oh,
like
man.
I can't, and I'm
And I'm having to drive along a mountain.
I've never had a panic attack before. So I'm sitting there and I'm just going, like, I know what this is. I know what's happening. And I'm trying to logic myself through it. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like grabbing him. I'm like hands everywhere, like screaming. I'm like, I can't open my eyes. I'm like about to start.
So bad.
And I'm just like, please, please. I was like, how much longer? He's like, 30 minutes. I'm like, no!
What? 30 minutes of that?
It's a 45-minute drive.
And
No,
Daniel's in the back
no.
seat.
But all right, the
And
actual.
he's like, do you like roller coasters? I'm like, no. And he goes,
No.
it's like God's roller coaster. I'm like,
God's
you mean the most epic roller
She
coaster
freaked.
there
She
is?
freaked.
Oh my
Here's the
gosh.
thing, though. It is a 30-40 minute drive, but the actual time you spend on those, it's really like 10 minutes, but it is a.
Feels like forever.
It is a, like.
I don't like roller coasters. See, roller coasters are different.
But
It's not
also-
just the height. It's the
You could just fall off.
how
know.
fast you are and the fact that you're strapped down to a thing.
I also know she'll never go on the drive again, but I still would say, I mean, minus Silverton, it's worth it in my. And also, I didn't get to show you guys Silverton. That's what sucked. Is I didn't get to show like
Wait.
what made it,
It was
work.
really-
Wait. You just went on the drive just to go on the drive?
Dude,
Yeah,
it's like
it was
an
gorgeous.
amazing drive.
But I also there was like
I've
it was
seen
like I was-
gorgeous before.
I said, how much
I
is
don't
it to
think
take
you
the
have.
train back down? And
Magazine.
it was
Your
like
windows are tinted.
I have
$80.
National
What?
Geographic.
it was $80 to take the train back.
The
to,
train is 90 there, 90 back.
and I was like, I'm happy to pay the $90. I don't care.
oh, we got
Because
to.
is this train safer?
In my mind, it was.
I
I don't know the science behind it. I don't care.
The train is way scarier. The train goes slower, and you're literally the train is on the edge. The train, and it's rocky. The train I've been on, like as a little kid.
I don't want to think about people
I
on
had-
mountains. What are we doing on mountains? We don't need to be on a mountain.
What are
I
you
had to
talking
get
about?
drunk to come back down the mountain. And there was this great bartender
Yeah.
that was like, I drive drunk down this mountain all the time. I was like, oh my God, no.
This lady was telling us, she's like, there's one point where if you just drive on the line, you don't have to turn at all.
I'm like, there's not a point. And I was sitting there. I was like,
Because it's so normal to these people. Like, they're like, it's their everyday
Yeah.
drive commute. You know?
I had like 5 shots of Jameson in like 10 minutes and was like, okay, let's
She
go
did.
down the mountain.
She literally she drank a bunch of Jameson. The bartender gave you like some kind of coin or something.
Yeah,
for,
she
say,
did.
Like out of a movie. And then literally
Yeah.
the drive back was Kerry in the back seat, drunk with just a blanket over her head, just like not looking at
Wait,
all.
you mean like, hey, take this coin. It's going to bring you luck.
yeah, no.
Kind of a thing, yeah.
No, she's like, this is my lucky drunk driving coin. Here you go, baby.
And dude, this town, I'm telling you, old mining town, like literally a strip of it looks like an old western. Like we went into a saloon. We were drinking a saloon where an old guy is playing piano that, you know, he's just probably haunted this town for. And what I didn't get to say to you guys, the coolest part is like there is like a really awesome graveyard that just has all, and that's the cool.
It has all what?
It's the coolest part of going. It really is.
All the
because-
people that have fallen off the mountain?
Hey, man, they have
No,
a really
they
cool
don't.
pet boys.
They
Does that
don't.
interest you?
But no, I mean, dude, it's literally like it'll be wooden tombstones, and it'll literally have job title that just says like prostitute, and it doesn't say when she was born, it
What?
just says when she dies, and it'll be like miner. Like they have some people that died they couldn't identify.
There were
out there.
miners?
Dude, it's an old mining town. So, yeah,
Oh.
they were miners.
They're under 18.
They were underage mining. That's a
I
big
don't know,
problem out in
that
Colorado.
was legal until like
Mining
1930
sweatshops.
something.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine then.
Little babies with black lung.
But
No, that's true. They had like
Little
12
Baby
year-olds.
Black
My grandfather
Little Baby
did that.
Black Lung is a great band name, by the way. But but it's an
Quit smoking, baby.
naughty baby. No, it is a cool town. But yeah, it was. Kerry did not enjoy. I mean, the town's cool. I just keep saying that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
But
cool. It was beautiful, and I
The
liked
drive is amazing. I do the drive every time. And I almost find it a cathartic experience, that kind of. And the drive back down is okay because you're against
No.
like the actual mountain edge, so you're not exactly.
So we did that. What else did we do? Ooh, you know what we did that was great? This is probably my favorite part of the whole trip. So the shows were great. They did really well. Everybody was really, really nice. And we did this like theater show. We did like 2 shows.
Wait, you said
Other
they were
than like
nice?
the really lame Phoenix comics, it was fun.
Yeah, they
If you're listening to this and you go to Phoenix, don't go there for comedy. That's.
They
I mean, they
are-
were kind of funny. They were. I don't know. They were just kind of
not
off-putting.
very original. And then
They're
it was like kind of
off-putting dudes.
like I was like, oh yeah, you're. It would be fine. You can be a shot comic. Just be a good writer about
But
it.
it's like every single Phoenix comic I've ever met, which has been in Colorado. The last time I was there, I met another dude, and they all kind of that same mentality, I think, where they're just like in comedy to get girls. Like that was kind of the vibe I
Yeah.
got. Which, hey, cool. You know, perks of the job. You know, I mean, even like
That's why I'm
you've
in
met
it.
people. Yeah, exactly. But it's like
I just
oh
want
my God.
friends,
These
lady
guys
friends.
were. But other than that, What was your favorite part?
So there was
already know where this is
the
going.
best part. Now this actually we'll
Part C
discuss
or
this.
part?
Tell you later, but well, we can talk about it on the show. I don't care. Afterwards there was a bar. There was only 2 bars in the whole town, and one of them is called Blondie's. Very
First
very
off, let me tell you about
posh cocktail lounge.
the last year I performed at Blondie's. It's called Blondie's Trophy Room. And the way to describe this place is like very Colorado cabin-esque, tiny little dive bar with, the animal heads everywhere because it's a trophy room.
I love it.
But they also have all that weird, like, mom, like, kitchen art. You know what I mean? Like,
They do, and then they also
what is,
have
like, give me an example. Like,
Okay,
the
Yeah,
kitchen
give me
art.
where
an
it's like
example.
here's like chickens, like the
Oh,
rooster, or they
like-
like
Eat, pray, love, stuff
yes,
like that on
stuff
the
like
walls.
that.
Or
Where they
they-
were like, we went to Target and we grabbed
Cows
everything on
grazing.
clearance.
and
It's
there's, like,
all
milk.
Bass Pro Shop with like the wholesome family aisle of a Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
But everyone that's inside of the place is the most unwholesome group of people.
And I want to address the fact that in the town of Durango was probably the only place in the entire state where I saw children. Cortez, I never saw anyone
No.
under the age of 18.
No, you don't raise kids out there.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
don't.
don't
You
want
just
to.
go there to die.
This is a harsh land. You can't raise a family out here. So we go to Blondie's after the last show, and there's a lady that comes up afterwards. She's like, you know what, you guys are jerks. And I was like, maybe. And then,
Yeah, because some of us they did.
but it was mostly the Arizona
She goes,
guys.
some of you are funny, but some of you are a-holes, is what she said, and just walked away.
And so they were having the 20 year.
What was the
It was
year?
20.
What was the year of the class? It was a class reunion.
1998.
98. Okay,
So
20
class
years.
of 98, 20-year reunion. They had rented out Blondie's, so they were like, there's no way you're going to get in. And I
There's
was like-
nowhere else to
and I
party.
go-
They rented out the
And I
Blondie's
go,
trophy
I'm
room.
pretty sure we can get in. It's not like there's a doorman.
Yeah.
Like, and so we.
Oh, anyone can walk into this bar, too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
thing out there. Is like,
So we.
What do you mean?
And
actually, not in Durango, though. You get ID'd at the door, but in Cortez, you just walk into the bar.
Yeah.
There's no guy. There's just,
they're
you're
like,
in.
We got
There's no
one
kids
cop
out
in this
there.
town.
Exactly.
So we walk in and
We have one minor and a
we-
bunch of minors.
and we grabbed name tags and we wore them and we just hung out at this.
I found a name tag on the ground. I told you about this, and it
Jennifer?
read Jennifer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were so upset every time Daniel kept calling you like
Jessica.
Jessica and you're like, it's Jennifer.
Jennifer. Just-
But he was like, even days after when he like brought it up, he was like, my name was Jennifer.
Hey, get it right, you know? Come on. I really
Like he just met this woman.
I took in the role heavily because what was great about it was at first some people were kind of weird about it when they would see me wearing someone else's. But what was great is, again, this is a class reunion, so everyone would then tell me stories about Jennifer. So when people would come up and talk to me and be like, you're not Jennifer, I would literally be like, no, remember I broke my arm junior year of prom? I fell out of the
Yes.
Marriott second floor.
nice.
And people would freeze. And they
Yes.
had no idea what
awesome.
to do. And it was just the funny. That's what I was saying about for
like he was like a mind reader. They're like, Jennifer? I was like, yeah. And you're like, we are so young and hairy.
Oh, my
and
God.
She's like,
Can we talk about your
My-
situation
Okay,
there? That
okay.
was
So
funny.
we can talk about my situation. I got to tell you. Okay, so
Can we
here's
start from the top of it, too?
okay.
'Cause
So
it was
let's
a weird.
Okay. I feel like you should tell the story, and then I can. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Will
yeah,
you tell
yeah.
the story about
Yeah.
how it went down? Because I'm like,
From my perspective?
Yes.
Entirely?
well, from what I mean, just because I'm like, because now other
Wait, where
other
is this
developments
about to
have
go?
happened. Okay.
Oh, since then? Okay, all
Okay,
right.
so-
And remember, we have to be a little bit.
Yeah.
But
No,
we'll
no,
figure out a way to.
Nothing like that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is so fun. This is all right. Comedy is super weird when you go and travel with people. I mean, everyone's kind of we were like hanging out together, but we also would go do our own things.
Yeah.
You know, like we're out on the road, like enjoying ourselves. So we kind of get split up with Kerry for a while. I found this Jennifer name tag on the ground. Whatever. I then see Kerry. Kerry has a name tag.
I do. I was who was I? I forget.
Anyway,
who-
it
it was
were
something
you
like Crystal or something.
were you the significant other, or was you were a class member?
He was a significant other, not a real significant other. This was a name tag
Right,
that I
so when
found
I-
and gave to him.
When I run into Kerry, I see Kerry. She's wearing a name of some name tag. We're both wearing name tags. We know we're not a part of this class reunion. And Kerry is talking. I would say, I mean, not like flirtatiously, like with a dude ish,
Mm-hmm.
like, and he's also wearing a name tag, and his said so-and-so, and in parentheses it said, like, Tiffany's significant husband of somebody. You know, so they're sitting, talking, flirting, wearing these name tags. And, I mean, I don't think anyone ever took it under the wrong impression.
No, but I freaked out because then I go, oh, my gosh. Like, at one point,
people are going to think
I had a drink and I was like, oh, no. Everyone's going to think that Crystal is a homewrecker because she's messing with Tiffany's husband.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold on. Take them off and grab new ones. Was my solution to the problem. Just destroy more lives.
Yeah. And so we briefly, I guess, had talked to you and the guy or whatever, and he seemed nice and cool. So mine and Daniel, which, I mean, we were the worst friends, especially guy friends on the road ever, because it got to a point where Kerry seemed fine, and we asked if you were fine. You were like, yeah, I'll meet you at the hotel separately. And for some reason in my dude brain, I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, you were like Denny's, and I totally get that because I would do the same thing. If
I
was like, no, we came together, we had to leave together, but Denny's, so you can stay.
Yeah, we bailed on her and left her with this strange dude so me and Daniel could go to Denny's. And we ate at Denny's. We get back to the hotel. We're hanging out, have a couple more drinks, and I think it took like about an hour and a half before we were like, oh, man, we left Kerry at this bar with this guy.
You did kind of talk about me getting murdered. There was a little bit of
we briefly riffed on the whole.
But you guys determined that I would not get murdered because I could take this man.
You could take him. He was not a very intimidating. Like, he wasn't like a guy. You could have took him for sure.
I think so. I know I could have.
But then we got worried because you were also.
I already assessed that.
But then we got worried because you were also.
Up.
So the people that did the show bought us hotel rooms. So Kerry's hotel room is right next to these kind of skeezy Phoenix guys. So then we're kind of like worried about that. And so we were smoking a cigarette outside. We're like, all right, we'll just walk by the room briefly. If we don't hear any like murder, we're good. And we start to walk by the room. We were gonna walk because our hallway was like we were way down the hall, but we could see her door. So we get out our door and we start walking that way. And this is how much I didn't want you to get murdered, but I didn't like the Phoenix guys because as soon as your neighbors walk out their hotel room, we're like, oh, no, we're not going down there. And we just turned down the stairwell and didn't check on you.
So 2 things that I will say to that.
That's how unbearable Phoenix is. I want my friends to die more than I want to associate with Phoenix, Arizona.
Totally get that. Feel the same way. Not a problem. No judgments. I love Denny's and I hate Arizona. I get that. No problem. Secondly, I was thinking when you said I wanted to make sure I didn't hear murder sounds, and then I thought immediately someone could put a pillow over your face.
Right.
There's not.
I hadn't gotten that far. I'm not a murderer.
Yeah.
I don't think about all this.
So that.
So the next morning we talk, and can we talk about how this all worked? Okay.
So
I'm gonna let you do that.
Okay. So here's what the crazy thing was, right? So this guy was really nice.
Can I also say, had I known all this before, we wouldn't have left you.
Yeah. I think that's why I was like, I think in my mind, I was like, oh, yeah, no, it's fine. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like,
oh, this is weird.
That was not smart, Kerry. That was a very, very dumb decision.
All right, so tell me.
Okay, so I'll say this. Like, I'm not a person that's like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Let judgments happen. I don't care.
Hell yeah.
So
take that.
So take
world.
that, America. Take that patriarchy.
I don't care.
I don't even give a what.
You hear that? We're comedians. We don't need any validation from any of you.
Yeah.
We don't care what you think.
You think? Yeah, whatever.
Judge all you want. Doesn't hurt my feelings.
I can have a dad if I want one. I don't care. So I am at the show, and there was a second floor to the theater,
like a balcony,
and a balcony, and I see this man, and he's sitting by himself, and I look over, and I was like, he's kind of cute. And of course, you're out of town, yada, yada, yada.
Because we would go up and watch from the balcony when we went on stage.
And, you're on the road, you're out of town, you're like, I'm kind of on, whatever.
You're lonely, hate your life.
Things happen.
Your mom and dad don't love you.
Yeah, so things, whatever. Things transpire, whatever they may be. We're all adults. I see him, I was like, whatever, I wasn't thinking anything like that at the time. However, then I started drinking, and that
night that was the second show, and we bought our own liquor that night too because they were charging so much that first night.
Yes.
So there was an exponential
amount.
There was more booze involved in.
also I'd gotten drunk on top of the mountain earlier that day. So I had been drinking for a while.
Which, for those that don't know, altitude will make
Yes.
you way, because your blood thins out, dude. Like,
And all those cigars I smoked. So
all those cigars.
So anyway, so Kerry was feeling herself, and I was like, I was convinced I was a rock star in Cortez. Like I was like, I made
just
it.
shut this theater down. Yeah,
Take
you know
it,
this,
Arizona,
You know this
like-
tiny little theater they converted into an old bank. I just did comedy for $40 there.
Yes.
Let's do this.
So anyway, so I see this guy. So then the show ends. We go over to Blondie's. We're talking to people, name tag, and I have Tinder. I don't meet with people on Tinder. I don't do that. I think it's like a game. However, in Cortez, there were
people's lives are a
17. There was 17 people that I went swoop, swoop, nope, 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 nope. 17 times I was out of people. That was Cortez. So I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there at Blondie's, and then all of a sudden, my Tinder goes, "You have a super like," and I was like, "All right, let's see."
First off, the super like is like,
What is a super
That's
like?
like the proposal in
that
Tinder
means,
world.
I mean, that's like a thing. What, you get one of them?
You
And
get one special lady
How
every
often do
day.
you get one? Every day. Do you get one?
One special lady
special-
every day. There's some guy that's waiting till 12:50 or 11:59. He's like, I got another one coming, guys.
But when you
Hold on,
super
I'm
like it,
saving.
as opposed to the normal
Yes.
matching, it lets them know like, hey,
Yes.
this person chose you, kind of a thing.
Yes, this person picked you to
You're
be their
the one.
victim.
You're the
this
one
person
victim of the day.
this person downloaded the app and they went through all the pictures in their area
Yeah.
and they want to meet up with you.
This person wants to wear your face on theirs. Let's do this.
So anyway, I get the super like, and then I get a message that says, "Hey, I saw you at the show. I thought you did really well. You were really funny. Something. Have a great trip or whatever." And I said, "Hey, how are you? I'm Blondie." He says, "I thought you couldn't get in tonight." And I was like, "Everybody gets into Blondie." So he comes up and he meets
I like
us.
how you speak like a local to
Yeah,
the local.
no.
Dude, everyone gets in
Everybody-
Blondie.
This is what we do in Cortez.
Cortez.
So
Hang loose.
anyway, so he comes up and we meet, and then he was like kind of quiet, but he was really like he's
So wait,
actually really
he
interesting.
he super liked you. You guys matched, and then he messaged you. He's like, "Hey, you're real."
Yeah,
Okay.
and then that's how we. So
See,
anyway,
that's how he lured you in. Was trying to act like, hey,
so
I
like
know
in
we're not gonna
regular
meet.
terms, he
Yeah,
didn't like you. He liked you.
well
He's
he was very-
super liked.
He's
Super
super
liked.
liked, but then also then I come to find out after and I was drinking and he was like had 2 beers, and then
This is
yeah, so it levels up, and then he tells me that he goes, "Oh no, I saw you, then I came to the show to meet you, and then I super liked you." So it was like calculated, and he says it wasn't after I talked to him about it, but it was like, oh, that.
So, and here's the thing. He saw you on Tinder, didn't swipe, just left you pulled up on his Tinder, right? And, like, you're the one thing, like, he has to keep you up. That
Right.
means he can't be swiping on anyone else. In fairness, too, he's in Cortez. He's probably swiped all of them.
Right.
They're
So-
like, new person in Cortez. He's like, I'm going to use super like today.
This is even, but wait, okay. Are there pictures of you doing stand-up or it say anything about stand-up in your
Yes.
bio?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it says, my job is that I do comedy, and there's pictures of me holding a microphone doing comedy.
So then he went to Google, looked up where a comedy show
Oh, he had
was.
YouTubed me before he'd even seen the show. So he was like, "Oh, I already saw that joke."
And then he
on
came and
YouTube."
saw the act.
Then he
Oh
saw the
my
act.
God.
Then he super liked me. Then he met me at Blondie's.
But he was also acting lonely in the
I
balcony.
like, you know what?
No, he just didn't have anyone to sit with.
Here's
he was
the thing.
cute. He was really cute. He was really smart. I mean, I liked him a lot.
I respect the crap out of this guy that if you weren't funny enough, he wasn't going to swipe.
Dude, that guy did some digging. That guy's like,
oh.
dude, let me not just swipe. Let me.
I mean, that's serial killer digging.
So then afterwards, I talked to him, and like we.
Is this after
so-
everything?
So then I drank too much. I said, "You want to take me back to my hotel? Because my friends are at Denny's." And then, whatever happens. And then the next morning,
Because my friends are at Denny's. So that's the best pickup line.
My
It's like,
parents are out at Denny's.
I have
Like-
nothing better to do. My friends are eating half discounted flapjacks. You want to hang out? You're the best I have right now.
Yeah, so that happens. And then, I was like, hey, I got a long day back. You want to hit the brakes? So,
No.
whatever.
We
Really,
were
really.
driving back the next day, right?
Yeah, so nice guy. Very charming, very nice. All these things. Nothing bad to say about him except for that. And then,
He makes a lot of money too, right? Isn't he?
I don't know.
Well, I thought he did something
Is
impressive.
he watching? Hey.
I don't know.
That's actually.
We'll
a
see how
thing,
this
too.
goes.
Yeah.
Well, so then afterwards, I was like, I should probably know your last name just in case. I don't know. So then he tells me his last name. So I go and I'm like, it's only fair. And then I can't find anything about this person online.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Can't find anything.
Catfished.
Find Twitter, but that's about it. And then he's like, oh, I just don't do social media. And I'm like, okay.
But you do Tinder.
But you do Tinder. And then, yeah. So anyway, flash forwards. Then we're talking, whatever. And then he's like, what are you doing like in 2 weeks? And he was like, I want to take you to dinner. And I was like, so he goes, I want to take.
I'm in Texas.
And I go, well, I was like, I live in Dallas. And so next time I'm in Cortez, I'll be there in like 3 weeks, most likely. You can take me to dinner then. And he's like, I don't know if I can wait 3 weeks. So he flies to Dallas.
No.
This past weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Did you
he's
meet
definitely
with them?
watching this.
Huh?
Oh yeah, then he's definitely watching.
Yeah, he's watching this.
for
Hey,
sure.
from Texas to
He's
Cortez.
a nice guy.
No, he's really nice.
We're still gonna talk about you.
So when are y'all
This
getting
is the way the world
married?
works. I'm pretty sure this is.
I don't know. I guess
There's no
like
way.
in
There's no way
this
he's watching
timetable,
this.
it's probably gonna be in like a month. Like I'll be married by at least October. I'll be married before Halloween at
I'm
this.
glad I could take you on a gig to change your life. So wait, he flew out here?
So he flew out here. So he drove to Albuquerque.
Yeah, where's the? Oh,
That's
so
4
that's
hours away.
I mean, that's like from Cortez. That's like 4.5. Yeah.
4 hours. So
Okay.
he drove 4 hours to Albuquerque. Took an hour and a half flight, and he's like, I hate flying. I only take trains. Then he
It's the most Colorado thing I've ever heard.
stayed for Friday and Saturday, flew out Sunday, drove 4 hours back, and I was like, what?
Was he cool though? You guys had fun?
Yeah,
and
we had a good
stuff?
time. He
Yeah.
was really cool. He's really like.
Oh, so he's not weird. He's just really into you.
I think that's
Is
weird.
that weird?
I'm like, you, sir, have terrible taste.
What are you doing?
So yeah.
wow.
So yeah.
Developments, and we're going back
And we're going back, and
in
he's like,
a week.
yeah.
I might want to go back now and do a documentary about y'all.
I know. It could be like Paper
Dude,
Heart.
it is.
It'll be like Paper Heart, but like less talent.
It is legitimately the Wild West out there. It is so, and I haven't even got to take them on a night in Durango because those people, they are crazy. It's Wild West drinking.
Yeah, you told me it reminded you of that.
Last time me and Mikey were out there together, the night we were leaving, we saw 20 people get in a fight, and about 5 of them were using their longboards like swords.
Yes, that's awesome.
Which is the most Colorado kind of Denton thing ever, too. And dudes were just bleeding from their face, walking away with their longboards. Like, what the hell, man? Like, that's...
And I'm just standing in the middle going, I love this place. I'm going to find
Yeah.
my future husband here. So
This guy's on Tinder like, oh,
Well, the thing about that area...
I got super liked all day.
The thing about that area, it's southwest Colorado. You're middle of nowhere. It's where people go to get away from whatever demons or whatever they experienced in like Wichita, Kansas. Like that's literally it. People go there they go there for school, or they're there hiding, working on a mountain, growing out their beard, just running from their demons. Like that is entirely
Chasing their dreams of being a park ranger.
Yeah, because no one there is really. There's not a lot of people that are like solely from there. Most of the people you meet move there, unless you're in Cortez. Those people never left. But like Durango is solely kind of a like
that whole
visitor.
high school was at that high school reunion. That was what was crazy. Like everybody else was like, no, I moved away, but I came back.
And not only were we so young, it stuck out with the name tags, but we just didn't look like the demographic of Cortez, which is a generally pretty, like, I would say redneck-ish, like,
Well-
group. It's at a trophy room. It's a small, it was very...
So let's clarify, by the way, this is a wig. I have bright, crazy orange hair.
Right.
I work a wig job.
You work at a wig job.
I work at a wig job. I
learned
sell
that.
wigs.
what does that mean?
I sell hair.
said it.
That's my job.
We're in a wig job. We
On
sell
Wednesdays,
wigs. What's
we
that?
wear wigs. Yeah.
What do you do there?
Did you want to talk a second about how she inspired you or whatever?
Inspired you?
The
For
nose
what?
ring thing?
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, I like that. That's
Thank
a cool
you,
look.
right?
Yeah,
I
it
did
looks good. I like it.
Except
We
that's
like
like
it.
I was telling Jake, I just got picked for jury duty, and I thought this is the whole point of getting a nose ring
No.
as a guy is like no one wants you to do response like
No, that adds diversity. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, we want a gay guy. And I was like,
God, exactly.
They need you.
That's so funny. I was working with Mana this weekend. She's like, I think you might be the only straight guy I know with a nose ring. And I just kind of nodded.
Oh,
She goes, are you still straight?
I love that. I had a
like,
boyfriend in
come on.
high school who had a lip ring, and I thought that was like I don't think he was smart. I don't think he was interesting. I don't think there was anything, but I was like, oh, he has a lip ring.
That's it.
He has a lip ring and a soul patch, like
A
total-
soul patch?
A soul patch. Oh God.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're
but
like,
What is?
he was like ugly, and he was a musician, and he smelled bad, and he had a lip ring, and I was like, oh, and a soul patch, and I was like, to me, I was like, that's it.
You can catch him busking in front of Barley and Board now if you just
Yeah.
look out the window. That's
So,
where.
so yeah, occasionally they let him be a busboy, but that's about it.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah.
No, that didn't inspire me. But you inspire me with Comedy Salad.
Oh, great.
Dude, I'm glad we got to get you in here. I'm excited for next week, man.
I am
It's going to be
too.
fun. I am a little worried about finances, but we made it work last time.
No, it'll be fine. I mean, we have a place to stay.
And it really, this place we're going to stay this time is, and
It's a
I hope
motel
they
or
get
hotel?
it. I hope they get it. No, this is these people
Airbnb?
named, I think they're Dan and Sheena out there, and he's a contractor from L.A., just a millionaire, has so much money, but they didn't want their kids to grow up and be like, LA-ish, I guess, Brittany, whatever. So they moved to Durango, and he still flies to LA like every other day. And they have this huge mansion, and they have this front guest house that is nicer than any house normal house I've been in.
How many rooms is it?
It's not big. It's not big.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
There's this 2-bedroom
big
house that's
two-
better than any house.
No, it's
I mean,
beautiful
I might-
though, and
I
I'm
might
telling
be
you the scene, like what it's surrounded by.
I live in
is
a 1-bedroom that's pretty nice.
I don't know. You're also surrounded by Denton High School, not beautiful Rocky Mountains. But it's like, that's dope. If they give us that, I mean, we are so set. And we're in between. It'll be on that road in between. It's not where the mountains were falling off, but we're in between Durango and Silverton is where we'll be. So that, like, with a beautiful part before Perg, like in there, kind of that area, like on the other side of the valley. So it's going to be dope.
So we're leaving what? We leave on Wednesday night. So we're gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I've been so
come
stressed
back
about it.
Sunday.
I've been Yeah, we'll leave Wednesday night, and we will come back.
See,
We'll
there's no
drive
way I
back
could do that.
Sunday.
There's no way I could do that.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Going up the side of a mountain like that.
I'm not going.
the drive
I'm not
up
doing
there.
that again.
Yeah, the drive up there. The drive up there is not that. It's just the drive to Silverton if you want to do it for a day. And I go do it because Silverton's dope, and I love that drive. I love it. I mean, dude, it is literally the
I don't like
greenest,
driving.
most beautiful of lands you can.
I know, but I
experience.
don't. You know me, dude. I'll look at pictures. I don't need to see.
I get that,
Like
but
I'm
it's not
over
the
here looking
same.
at this, and I feel like I'm looking at
I
a
get
forest.
that. It's not the same though. There's altitude. There's just a whole atmospheric aspect to it.
I like
that
looking
you're-
at industry.
Yeah, I mean, I
What
get enough of that.
you're a metropolitan. What's the word?
Neopolitician.
Ooh, that's I was like, what?
I just made that up. I think that's people who don't eat fish or something.
Kerry, you got any plugs?
I have actually a ton of stuff. I have Hyenas at Colorado. I've got Hyenas Hyenas Fort Worth. First week of September.
Okay.
Second week of September, I will be in Plano.
Nice.
In October, I'll be in Fort Worth and Dallas again. And then
It's always so busy this time
I'm
of year.
doing a ton of stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It stresses me out. It makes
get
comedy
that.
not fun. Oh, tomorrow is the thing at the place. The
Armadillo.
Yeah.
We're on that.
What? How
Armadillo
fun.
Ale Works. That's
And
the first
barbecue
show.
on Saturday.
Awesome.
When we're
And-
gonna be barbecuing
yes.
on Saturday and eating beets.
Are you coming?
Bobby.
I'm gonna come.
All right.
We have to.
Cool.
I'm gonna be eating barbecue, and then on the 25th I'll be performing magic at Caden's birthday party at Backyard on Bell.
Yeah, boy.
Tomorrow, which is Friday, I'll be
Tomorrow's Thursday.
technically tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow on Friday I'm gonna be
That's right. Tomorrow is Friday.
signing autographs. So come and see me.
I will never get used to this. Let's see here. The 16th, which is today, I will be at Armadillo Ale Works here with Kerry. I think Taylor
that's tomorrow.
Higginbotham were pre-recorded.
Oh, that's right.
So it's today.
What a fool. I feel so dumb.
Oh, we threw away the facade.
We can edit it out.
how do
start over.
How do we magic
Yeah, let's just
that?
start this whole movie magic. Today, Armadillo Ale Works, I'll be with Kerry. Who else is on that? Like Lawrence, Taylor Higginbotham. I don't know. It's a bunch
Everyone
of-
who's anyone. It'll be the social event of the season.
The first comedy show ever at Armadillo Ale Works. They have an awesome stage, an awesome room. Let's see here. The 17th, this Friday, I will be at Dallas Comedy House featuring. And then the 19th, Backyard on Bell, we have Christy Buckley from Denver. She's Josh Blue's best friend, and she is hilarious. We have John Carden from Phoenix.
Who's their best friend?
Oh, baby.
Who's
Let's
his
see
best
John.
friend?
Let's see John bring it for Phoenix. What?
Who's John's best friend?
John's best friend is
It's about to be
Josh
Joey
Red.
Johnson.
Josh Red.
Since we're telling
Yeah.
our friends.
Josh Red. Lawrence
And-
will be on that. Daniel Magden will be on that.
They're both best friends.
We'll be taking money for the North Texas Comedy Festival. And then again, I know a couple of you Colorado people listen. Me and Kerry will be back the 23rd, 24th, 25th for Durango Comedy Fest.
Get ready, blondies.
Yeah, boy. No, Durango.
Oh no, I'm going back to Blondie's. I will take
You
that
are?
45 minutes opposite direction.
Good luck.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to go to Cortez.
Well, check out the Denny's while you're there. Yo, it's been Nobody Knows.
Yeah.
This is episode whatever we on, Kerry. Thanks, dude. I'm
Thanks
excited
for
this
having
week.
me.
Yeah, we'll get you back on. That was dope.
This was so fun.
We'll see you guys later. It airs every Thursday. 3:30 now, right, Jake? Is that what we're doing? 4:30 Thursday.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.